Hey guys, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. It's Friday, January 18th. I have some very positive and bullish news to share with you guys. Now, this is, of course, not financial or investment advice. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and hit that subscription button. Also, thumbs up. First big news, guys. Mark Cuban-backed crypto fund looks to raise an additional $60 million. Now, for those of you who don't know who Mark Cuban is, he is a billionaire. He's the owner of the Dallas Mavericks NBA team. He's also, and you may have seen him on Shark Tank. So he's one of the sharks on the TV show that's very popular. It's one of my favorite shows. It's essentially where entrepreneurs and business owners go and, kind of pitch the sharks to give them money and funding to scale and grow their business. So Mark's been on the show for a long time, but he's not the only one that's bullish on crypto. Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary, is also bullish on crypto. If you recall, last year there was an episode where an entrepreneur or a business owner, I should say, came on the show asking for funding because his app called Bundle turns your spare change into Bitcoin, and Kevin O'Leary invested $100,000. Kevin O'Leary will also, we had news last year that he was going to be part of a hotel doing an ICO. And I'm not sure, we didn't really hear any updates on that, but he is certainly bullish on crypto. So is Mark. And this is a big contradiction to those who say, oh yeah, crypto is going to zero, Bitcoin is dead, crypto is dead, blah, blah, blah. But I always tell you, don't just listen to what people say, look at what they're doing, because there's a narrative out there, and yet the smart money is making moves, setting up their services, buying companies, making acquisitions, mergers, setting up crypto trading and custody services, right? We see big names like Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, ICE, Starbucks, along with Starbucks, all these folks getting in. So, Mark's crypto fund, or the crypto fund he backs, is looking to raise an additional $60 million. The name of the fund is 1confirmation. So interesting name for a fund, but it's 1confirmation. 1confirmation, the crypto investment firm backed by Mark Cuban, is looking to launch a second fund, according to the Wall Street Journal. The report, which cites a person with knowledge of the situation, said 1confirmation could raise $60 million for the new fund, which would invest, now listen to this, in early stage cryptocurrency projects. But I thought crypto's dead. I thought, it's a bear market. There's blood on the streets. No, guys, this is the infrastructure stage. This is a new asset class. It's going to grow and take off. We are just in one of the early stages, waiting for regulatory clarity, waiting for all the services to be set up and get approvals and get ready to launch. The firm would invest in the project through traditional equity as well as buying tokens, the report added. That's big. The firm's first fund, which raised $26 million in December 2017, was backed by Cuban, the billionaire investor of Shark Tank fame, as well as the Thiel Capital, Runa Capital, and Real Ventures. 1confirmation joins rival investment firms raising money in recent months. So not only are they doing it, but there's many other crypto hedge funds and investment firms out there. Panthera, another investor in the crypto market, is looking to raise $175 million, guys, in a new fund dubbed Panthera Capital Fund number 3. You see what's happening here? And we just heard Bakkt, they raised $182.5 million. Big money is getting in when the blood is on the street, when the weekends are out. A lot have been buying over the counter as well. It told investors it plans the fund to close in Q1 of 2019. So it's happening right now. They're raising the funds and they're going to raise close out the funding window. So big things happening here, guys. Here are the facts, the writing on the wall. As for 1confirmation, the firm is run by Nicholas Tomano, a former employee at Coinbase and Runa Capital. As the journal noted, 1confirmation had one notable casualty in its portfolio in 2018 in Basis, the stablecoin that shut down, the block first reported. Crypto funds have gotten more creative to squeeze more alpha out of the bear market and keep the lights on. So, one quick note, Panthera Capital, if you guys recall, if you saw yesterday's video, they just gave MIT and a bunch of other universities funding to create a better Bitcoin. You guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out yesterday's video. So, the investments are being made. The money is being raised. Where's this money coming from? People who see the potential of this new asset class and the future of blockchain as a very disruptive technology. So it's all happening behind the scenes, but if you were to look at the headlines, maybe on CNBC or something, it'd be like, oh my God, Bitcoin's down this amount of percent. People are leaving Bitcoin. This is happening, right? They kind of run with the emotions of the market. They'll pump it when it's going up, and then when it's down, they'll, put out the fear and the FUD, but you got to look at the facts. And I always tell you guys, watch what the big money is doing, and the governments as well. That will tell you an entirely different story than what the price is right now. So if Mr. Wonderful, Mark Cuban are back in this, then something's coming, because these guys are, self-made. They're looking to make money. They're not looking to lose money, right? So big news there. Now, we have some interesting news talking related to Bakkt, and it's from the Abacus Journal. Now, as you've seen in my videos where I talked about articles in the Abacus Journal, you have to take it with a grain of salt, because many times they say, a source told us, or our inside source. Maybe they do have inside sources, but we don't know, right? We can't verify that. And we need to be cautious. If it's something directly from someone who quoted something, then I would say, okay, yeah, it's legit. But that's not to say they're not legit. But once again, you got to take it with a grain of salt. Well, the headline here is Bakkt. Behind a pending launch, faced with an unexpected delay, Bakkt prepares massive rollout and marketing blitz. Now, what they do talk about in here is, it does make sense. It's what we've been discussing, that the next bull run will be pushed by the institutional investors, and it will be mass marketing with it, right? I've been talking about this since 2018. I did a blog post about it. I did videos about it. Pretty simple concept, because simple business economics, right? If what do businesses have to do once they set up their service? They have to drive demand. They have to drive awareness, build their brand around that, right? Well, the article goes through the whole history of Bakkt and the CFTC and all that good stuff. But the main takeaway that I want to share here with you guys is the following. So what is happening today as Bakkt prepares to launch an entirely new asset into the commodity space? The Bakkt team is working furiously as they prepare for a marketing and execution blitz that they believe will produce tremendous volumes and attract all manner of institutional clients very, very quickly. And that's, once again, that is not outlandish, because they're powered by backed by the Intercontinental Exchange, the owner of the New York Stock Exchange. Starbucks is also a partner with them, so you can imagine the marketing funds behind this, right? So one source, here you go. One source familiar with Bakkt's preparations had this to say, and what they expect once the CFTC approval occurs. Here's the quote. Take a close look at the increased public dialogue that Bakkt is having with the crypto and financial community. Whether it is a Medium post by Kelly, the CEO of Bakkt, Kelly Loeffler, or a social media post meant to continue to build a Bakkt narrative. Now, if you notice, Bakkt has been tweeting a lot, right? I've been sharing and retweeting some of their items. The PR and marketing ramp up is preparing for launch and all that comes with it. Once again, nothing outlandish here, but let me continue. Once launch occurs, you can expect Bakkt leadership to be all over the airwaves and in front of TV cameras preaching the Bakkt gospel. And that can be characterized as safety, custody, and daily use ease ecosystem that Bakkt provides to investors. Kelly is uniquely qualified to tell the story and will be a media darling. That's what I've been saying, guys. The mass marketing will come. They're going to be on CNBC. They're going to be on Fox Business. They're going to be on Bloomberg. We have launch. Here's what you can do. You can buy and you can store it safely. And guess what? You can walk into Starbucks and go buy your coffee. And guys, it's going to be marketed to mainstream. What we saw Gemini doing, Gemini, the crypto exchange, doing in New York, bus, subway, billboards, all that, full page ad in the New York Times, all that's coming times 100. Because, Gemini, the Winklevoss twins are rich. Don't get me wrong, they have money. But when you have the Intercontinental Exchange, you have Starbucks partnered with them. The marketing is going to be ridiculous because, once again, they have to make a profit. They got to get an ROI, a return on investment. Their investors will want to see that return on investment. And once again, once you launch, marketing, drive demand and drive the sales, drive the people to use your business. So, like I said, a source familiar, but what they're saying is not outlandish. Is not outside of the realm of possibility or what will be coming, right? So, guys, don't just focus on price here. Price is important, but you have to understand market cycles and what's taking place right now with the infrastructure being built out. Now, big news. I'm sure many of you have heard of Coinstar and have used Coinstar. I personally use Coinstar at my local ShopRite, where my extra coins and quarters and dimes and nickels and pennies and whatever, I take it, I dump it in there and get cash, right? I think the most I ever got was like $115 in coins that I had. Maybe every 6 months or something, I end up going there and putting coins in, because you get loose change and whatever. Well, you can now buy Bitcoin at some grocery stores in the United States via the Coinstar machine. The crypto curious will soon be able to dip their toes into Bitcoin while grocery shopping. Bitcoin ATM company Coinme is partnering with coins-to-cash converter Coinstar to allow Bitcoin purchases through Coinstar kiosks in a number of U.S. states, the companies announced Thursday. At launch, only customers at a certain Safeway or Albertsons stores in California, Texas, Washington State will be able to purchase Bitcoin through the kiosks, though there are plans to extend this offering to additional U.S. markets and retailers following a successful launch. So that's pretty straightforward, right? Soft launch. Let's launch in a set amount of states. Let's see how it goes, work out the problems, whatever it is, and then expand. Coinme co-founder and CEO Neil Bergquist said the new partnership would provide consumers a convenient and easy way to buy Bitcoin while going about their daily lives. This is what's coming, crypto into our normal daily lives, where it will become like nothing. Oh yeah, I can go buy this, I can do this. That's what's coming, guys, and that's what Bakkt is trying to do, right? With Starbucks. Just walk into Starbucks. If I'm using Bakkt, and just pay for my coffee and do what I need to do, right? So this is very, very big news. This is a big adoption because, like I said, many of you probably seen Coinstar machines in shopping supermarkets, and you probably used it as well. So big things coming, guys. Now, Overstock, as you guys know, Overstock has been very crypto friendly. Their business as a whole is not doing well, I think, because Best Buy and Amazon are killing them. It's just because those two are doing so well. And they had announced, if you guys recall, we talked a bit about this last year, that they would be shifting their business to more blockchain focus. So Overstock's Patrick Byrne, the CEO, says tZERO will launch next week. Overstock.com's long-awaited tZERO security token trading platform will go live by the end of next week, CEO Patrick Byrne said Friday. Byrne told CoinDesk the company is ready to hit the button and go live, but was waiting on a few more days to process user signups. But by the end of next week, and this is a quote, we will be turning the trading system live. It's a big moment for us, 4 years in the making. 4 years in the making, guys. That, I mean, this goes way before the the bull run. The announcement means tZERO will meet the timetable given last month by Jonathan Johnson, president of Medici Ventures, Overstock's venture fund, and tZERO's direct parent company. Speaking to CoinDesk in December, he said the company would go live in January. The company has already notified investors in tZERO's token sale, which concluded last August, that can gain access to their tokens. According to a letter to investors, the 3-month lockup period for tokens had ended, and the investors could create a brokerage account with Broker Zero and tZERO partner Dinosaur Financial Group, interesting name, or put their tokens in a personal wallet. Some people said, okay, then let people open wallets, but who knows when they turn the trading system on. I wouldn't do that if I wasn't sure that the technology was ready to go live, Byrne said. So, guys, see what's happening? I mean, Overstock itself, as a company, is now focused on, the crypto market and looking to, build a platform to trade securitized tokens. So, big things ahead, guys. And the investments are being made. It's amazing all the things that are happening, being built in this bear market with blood on the streets. Now, speaking of investments and things being built, you guys know of coins.ph, which is a Ripple xRapid exchange partner. Now, they are obviously an exchange in the Philippines, but they are an xRapid partner. And shout out to xRapid Research Center here who found this. So $9 billion valued fintech company backed by Google and Tencent. It's called Gojek. Paid $72 million in acquisition of coins.ph, a mobile payments company based in the Philippines. Coins.ph is an official xRapid partner. So this was reported on TechCrunch, guys. So big acquisition here. And the fact that they are a Ripple xRapid exchange partner is huge. This could open up a lot of opportunities for Ripple, and then is likewise the other way around. Ride-hailing startup Gojek's expansion into the Philippines ran into problems earlier this month over its ownership structure, but that isn't deterring the Indonesian company from investing into the market. Today, Gojek announced it has acquired local fintech company Coins.ph through a substantial investment, which gives it a majority stake in the business. So, man, this is pretty big, guys. And let's see what, as far as what comes out of it. Maybe Gojek as a company ends up, using some of Ripple's technology or whatever it may be. Let's see, guys. Let's see. It is a ride-hailing startup, so they could use XRP within their ecosystem. Now, I know I'm speculating a bit here. Obviously, there's no connection directly, but an indirect connection with coins.ph, as you can imagine, given that they've acquired it. So, interesting moves and acquisitions and mergers and all these things happening. It's exciting, and it's all building the foundation now. Now, Uphold has launched their CredEarn, is now live. Get 10% on BTC, 5% on XRP, 3% on ETH, 3% on USD and Euro, and 3% on gold. So it says earning substantial return is no longer reserved for hedge funds or the super wealthy. So obviously you can earn by, so let me pull it up here. They're actually, let me just make sure I give you guys the full details here. Become an Uphold member for a chance to earn up to 10% interest on a loan of your digital assets with CredEarn. So this is pretty significant, guys. And I'm going to try to do a follow-up interview with the folks at Uphold. If those of you who haven't seen my recent interview with the CEO of Uphold, definitely check that out. It's on my channel. But I'll try to do an interview with them to learn more about this, for maybe get their CEO again or someone else. And but this is significant. Now, I'm not vouching for this program. I'm just letting you know about it. I personally have to read up a bit more, see the fine details, right? What's going to happen to my crypto if I do loan it or whatever in interest, and how long. Well, let me give you some details. The minimum earn period is 6 months with the option to renew in 6-month increments at the term end. CredEarn is currently available to Uphold members outside the United States, so not yet the United States, but they are working to make the product available in the US in the coming months. So that's important. If you're in the US, you got to wait a few months. Those of you outside can definitely leverage it. So interesting stuff here. I would want to know, in the loan period, is that insured? Like, I want to, and I'm not saying that they're not going to protect my asset, but I want to know all the details. Like, if I'm loaning out these assets, how protected is it? If something happens, do I get fully reimbursed? So, like, those are questions I would want to ask the folks at Uphold. So I'll try to get that interview, guys. But continued innovation, expansion, building out of services, just a lot of great things happening in the market. And I know folks are going to say, well, why isn't the price moving? Well, it goes back to what I always say with the market principles. We are in a bear market. We had a massive bull run up, big correction. And I think as we get more regulatory clarity and we see more of these big services launch, then you're going to start seeing, a move up and the psychology of the market. I personally think we bottomed out. Some people think it could go lower. It could possibly go lower. I don't think anyone can accurately say it has bottomed out or hasn't. I'm just giving my opinion here, but let's see what happens, guys. But we know, like I said, all these businesses putting money in, they're going to have to get an ROI, going to have to get a profit, and they have investors to answer to. And it's coming. We just got to be patient. So, guys, what do you think about this news? Leave your thoughts in comments below. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Please share my channel and videos with your friends and family and social media. This way we can grow the community and help share the facts about what's happening in the market, not religious crypto feelings or over speculating, but what's going on? What's the big money doing? What's the government doing? Who's getting involved? And what can we expect, in this coming year, guys? So thank you for your support, and I'll talk to you all later.